entire human race is gone, psychologically you'll need something to help keep your spirits up, so seeing a bright blue sky like that is ideal for morale. We cut to 1 year later, where a guy is traveling around in his hot rod. Oh, hey, Star-Lord. He stops in the middle of nowhere when he comes across a random flower in the middle of the area, sacrificing his remaining water to it, but that turned out to be a mistake, as the foot soldiers, called the Grinders, quickly approach. However, this guy is not one to be trifled with, since he quickly dispatches the Grinders by himself without any weapons. And the pants were dead. After popping in a lollipop, this is still a kid's show after all, and checking a map and watch, he's attacked again, except not by Grinders this time. It's this guy.
Okay now, my friend. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. I'm gonna count no. Wait, what no? How can you say no? I haven't even told you my demands yet.
The guy wants Mad Max's car, but he's not buying the tough act, and he's clearly not actually holding a gun, so he quickly disarms him of his exhaust pipe. Mad Max is headed for Corinth, but radiation has messed up his compass and the radio waves that are broadcasting its location, making it difficult to find even with the coordinates. I don't know how accurate the science is there, but then again, this is Power Rangers and another dimension. Radiation in this universe might make your teeth clean and white. The attacker, named Ziggy, offers to take him to Corinth and has a citizen's ID to prove it. If you're wondering why I haven't given Mad Max his real name, that's because...
I don't know my name. Well, where are you from? I mean, who are you then? I don't know.
They spot Corinth in the distance, and Ziggy suggests that they wait until dark to head there, but Mad Max says it's not possible. The car is running on fumes, so if he stops the engine, he won't be able to start it again.
All right, let me spell this out for you. No one has ever run the barricade into the city during daylight. Understand? No one.
Well, I'm about as close to no one as you're ever gonna meet.
Grinders on motorcycles chase after them, but fortunately, the guy's got some magnetic bombs to deal with them.
Remind me never to get on your bad side. Trust me, you're already there.
Of course, Ziggy wasn't kidding about the barricade, which quickly rises up and aims a crap ton of guns at them. Inside Corinth, they detect the approaching vehicle, but something is odd about the readings.
Definitely human. 1 or maybe 2 biofields.
Which is it, 1 or 2?
The scan must be off, sir. It's reading 1.5.
Alert Dr. K.
Ziggy accidentally activates one of his bombs inside the car and loses hold of it.
Call me Dylan.
What? Prepare to fire on the target. 5.
My name. You can call me Dylan. It's been nice knowing you, Dylan.
However, when Dylan suddenly stops the car, the bomb goes flying off into the barricade, blowing a hole in it straight to Corinth. Venjix, monitoring this, in his current HAL 9000 form, orders the release of his new attack bot. Colonel Truman, in the meantime, has contacted Dr. K and wants advice on how to proceed. Dr. K, in turn, tells him to lower the shield and let them in, despite the likelihood of attack by the machines before they get the shield up.
Understood.
Okay, I will.
And indeed, Venjix's army enters the front gate right behind the two.
You thought to bring it there for us, and there's too many bags, so you both have to go.
Okay, don't worry. When this is done, I'll go. I promise.
Two and are met by the team.
RPM. Game gear.
The morphing sequence is okay, nothing too spectacular, and I've seen worse. The suits are just okay. Like suggested in the opening, it's the Sentai that's kind of hindering things here design-wise, since obviously Go-On sure had more of a car and racing theme going for it, with tires acting as the lining for the boots and gloves, the seatbelt straps over the front, the headlights on the helmet. Again, it seems odd that the post-apocalyptic environment, where they would need to be very utilitarian, would have design flourishes and weirdness like that. On the other hand, though, I do like the straps, since if we follow with that efficiency idea in mind, you could argue they have some kind of function outside of aesthetic, containing equipment, projecting energy of some kind, all that jazz. That being said, the stylized number and animal motif on their chests I'm okay with, since even modern-day military will have logos like that on their equipment just for the motivation factor. They also have these computer chip things which kind of serve as both power coins and enhancements for their weapons. The Rangers quickly deal with the grinders and then chase after the monster. Ziggy calls out to the Rangers in support, but Dylan is confused.
What's a Power Ranger?
What's a paladin?
Thanks, title card. I know what I'm watching. But yeah, this leads us into the next episode, Fade to Black. The Rangers quickly deal with the monster by combining their weapons into a matchbox car launcher. It doesn't destroy it, but it does knock it unconscious. Venjix learns of this quickly, but also that the city's shields are not fully operational again.
Send in the drones. How many drones? Your most worshipful highness, sir? All of them.
Thousands of drone ships descend upon the city, quickly blasting away at everything they see. Dylan is unimpressed, as you can see here. Fortunately, the Rangers have their Zords, vehicles naturally, and this is the bit where we clearly see the few bits of Sentai footage have been heavily modified, seeing as the Zords apparently talked in the original Sentai, so they had to reduce their usage of the Zords to the absolute bare minimum. Dylan and Ziggy spot some grinders setting up an ambush for the Rangers and ram Dylan's car into them. It redirects their weapons and manages to down a few more drones. The shield comes back up as Venjix uses his power to force the monster to regain consciousness and grow. The Rangers quickly form the high-octane Megazord, which of course looks as average as they come for Megazords, aside from the multiple pairs of eyes on the thing. They of course destroy the monster, and Summer, the Yellow Ranger, heads down to thank the two for their help. The military arrive and scan Dylan.
It's cool, guys. I'm tight with my main amigo here, Mr. Hero himself. We're like brothers.
Sir, he's an infiltrator.
I don't even know this dude.
I never even saw these assholes before.
The Rangers take the monster back to their headquarters and realize that they have to upgrade their firepower if Venjix unleashes an army of monsters like it against the city.
We're gonna have to activate Series Black. There's no way around it.
Yes, but we don't have an operator that can handle the Series Black file hardware. Where are we supposed to find one now?
Colonel Truman interviews Dylan, questioning how he could have Venjix's software throughout his body, but have no idea how it got there. Ziggy is also being interrogated, but his is actually going pretty well.
That was the first time I ever had the courage to look myself in the mirror and just love myself unconditionally.
The cybernetic enhancements to Dylan improved his strength and reflexes, which Summer thinks makes Dylan eligible to handle the Black Ranger suit. Dylan acts like a dick to her, but Summer's not buying it.
Can I ask you a question?
Let's hear it.
Do you have to work really hard at the whole booting bad boy thing? Like, seriously, do you get up and practice every morning in front of the mirror?
Summer wants to know where Dylan is heading and hands him back his pocket watch. As for Ziggy...
Well, my friends, that is a tough thing to bounce back from, especially since by that time, the rash had spread so far down the back of...
Venjix's generals, meanwhile, propose a few monster designs of their own to send out against the city in their next attack, but Venjix reveals he has something new to show them.
I have been working on this next machine design for some time. Call it a pet project. Generals, I'd like to introduce you to Tanaya 7. You see, this time I have created something that looks truly frightening, truly terrible, something that looks human.
Dylan plans to escape from the jail, and Ziggy hopes to join him, especially because it seems he has some friends in the prison, who make it clear on no uncertain terms that they plan to shiv him the first chance they get. Summer proposes the idea of making Dylan the Black Ranger to Dr. K.
I'm gonna go downstairs. Don't worry.
Back in prison, the guards do a fantastic job of not doing anything with the prisoners as they watch them grab Ziggy and prepare to end him for something he apparently did. At first, Dylan is more than happy to leave him to his fate, but then the leader of the gang, Ronan, makes their feelings on him clear.
You see those desserts? That one strawberry one, that one is mine. They make that just for me. It's a sign of respect. You have no respect, Ziggy. Not for anybody or anything, and that's why you'll always be a loser. An outcast. Alone.
Naturally, Dylan kicks all their asses with relative ease and then sits down to eat Jell-O. Just like in The Road Warrior. The other Rangers change their mind on Dylan when they spot footage of him kicking the asses of the criminals and offer him a job as the Black Ranger.
So, what's it gonna be, Dylan?